The morning sun filtered through the open garage door, casting long shadows across the concrete floor. Marcus wiped his hands on an old rag, the familiar smell of motor oil and metal polish filling the air around him. His small auto repair shop had been his sanctuary for the past 5 years, ever since he'd left his corporate job to follow his passion for fixing things. The tools hung neatly on the pegboard behind him, each one in its designated place. Marcus believed in order, in taking care of what you owned. It was a lesson his father had taught him years ago. Working side by side in their family garage, he was adjusting a wrench when he heard the soft squeak of bicycle wheels on pavement. Through the garage opening, he saw a small figure struggling. With a bright blue bike, the child was maybe 7 or 8 years old, with curly blonde hair that caught the sunlight. She pushed the bike along the sidewalk, clearly frustrated. Marcus set down his tools and walked toward the entrance. The little girl had stopped just outside his shop, staring down at her bike with the kind of determination that only children possess. Having some trouble there. Marcus called out gently. The girl looked up, her green eyes bright but worried. My chain fell off, she said, pointing to the twisted metal links hanging loose from the bike frame. I was riding to the park, and it just stopped working. Marcus crouched down to her level, examining the bike. What's your name? Emma, she replied, tucking a strand of hair behind her ear. I tried to put it back on, but it's really hard. Well, Emma, chains can be tricky, Marcus said, his voice calm and encouraging. But the good news is, this is totally fixable. Would you like me to show you how? Emma's face lit up. Really, you'd teach me? Of course. Learning to fix things is one of the most useful skills you can have. Marcus gestured toward his workbench. Let's bring your bike inside where we have better light. As Emma wheeled her bike into the garage, Marcus noticed a figure across the street. A woman in an elegant beige coat stood beside a sleek gray SUV, watching them. She seemed to be waiting for something, but Marcus's attention quickly returned to Emma and her mechanical problem. First thing we need to do is understand how a bike chain works. Marcus explained, turning the bike upside down so the wheels were in the air. See these gears? The chain wraps around them to make the wheels turn when you pedal. Emma nodded seriously, her small hands tracing the path the chain should take. Now, when a chain comes off, it usually means it was either too loose or something got caught in it. Marcus continued. Let's check for any debris first. Together, they examined the chain and gears. Marcus showed Emma how to look for small stones or sticks that might have caused the problem. His movements were patient and deliberate, giving her time to absorb each step. I don't see anything stuck, Emma observed, peering closely at the mechanism. Good eye. That means it probably just slipped off because it was a little loose. That happens sometimes, especially on bikes that get a lot of use. Marcus smiled at her. Now comes the fun part, putting it back on. He demonstrated how to loop the chain around the rear gear first, then carefully guide it onto the front chainring. The key is to go slow and steady. Rushing usually makes things harder. Emma watched intently as Marcus's experienced hands worked the chain back into place. It looks complicated, she said. Everything looks complicated until you understand it, Marcus replied. Here, let me show you a trick my dad taught me when I was about your age. He guided Emma's small hands, showing her how to hold the chain with just the right tension. Feel that? The chain wants to go where it belongs. Sometimes we just need to help it find its way. After several minutes of careful work, the chain clicked into place. Emma's face broke into a huge grin. We did it. You did most of the work, Marcus said, flipping the bike right side up. Now, let's test it out. Emma climbed onto the bike and pedaled slowly around the garage. The chain moved smoothly, and the wheels turned without any problems. She rode in a small circle, her confidence growing with each revolution. It works perfectly, she exclaimed, stopping beside Marcus. Thank you so much for teaching me. You're very welcome. And remember, if this happens again, you'll know exactly what to do. Emma beamed with pride. I can't wait to tell my mom. She's always saying we should learn how to fix things ourselves instead of just buying new ones. At that moment, the woman in the beige coat approached the garage entrance. Marcus looked up, expecting perhaps a customer or someone looking for directions. Emma. Sweetheart, the woman called softly. How did everything go? Marcus realized this was Emma's mother. She was elegant and poised, with the same green eyes as her daughter. There was something familiar about her, though he couldn't place where he might have seen her before. Mom. Look, Marcus taught me how to fix my bike chain. Emma pedaled over to her mother, excitement radiating from every word. He showed me how to put it back on the gears and everything. The woman smiled warmly at Marcus. That's wonderful, honey. She turned to Marcus, extending her hand. I'm Sarah Chen. Thank you so much for helping Emma. I was watching from across the street. And I have to say, you have remarkable patience with children. Asterisk Marcus shook her hand, noting her firm grip and confident manner. Marcus Thompson, it was my pleasure. Emma's a quick learner and a hard worker. Asterisk Sarah glanced around the garage, taking in the organized tools and clean workspace. You know, Marcus, I've been looking for someone exactly like you. Asterisk, oh, are you having car trouble? Asterisk Sarah smiled, a hint of something playful in her expression. Not exactly. I'm the CEO of Premier Industries. We manufacture automotive parts, and we've been searching for someone to head our new community workshop program. Someone who can teach practical skills to young people. Asterisk Marcus felt his world shift slightly. Premier Industries was one of the largest manufacturing companies in the state. He'd seen their name on parts he used in his shop. Asterisk, I watched how you worked with Emma, Sarah continued. Your patience, your teaching method, the way you made her feel capable, that's exactly what we need. Would you be interested in discussing a partnership? We could expand your shop, provide resources for community classes, and you could keep doing what you clearly love while making an even bigger impact. Asterisk Marcus looked at Emma, who was still glowing with pride over her mechanical achievement. Then, back at Sarah, sometimes the most important moments came disguised as ordinary encounters. Asterisk, I think I'd like that very much, he said. Asterisk as Emma rode her perfectly functioning bike in happy circles around the garage. Marcus realized that teaching one small girl to fix her chain had somehow fixed something in his own life too.